What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon, Lifestyles Defined. Welcome to another episode of AMA, Ask Me Anything. For those of you who don't know how this works, you leave your question in the comment section below and we will get to it. Today's question comes from Anthony Hager, and he says, with Apple, Android, and Samsung now implementing their own NFC pay systems, how likely do you think it is that Microsoft will announce their own pay system to start off with the new flagship phones, October 6th? So yes, it is not October 6th. We know all about the new flagship phones. Sorry, we're a little behind with the questions. And no, there was no payment system announced. And this is one of this directly ties into the fingerprint scanners or lack thereof on the Windows Phone flagships that I thought was probably one of the only things I didn't like about those phones, outside of the extreme judgment that I passed, because I am a Microsoft whore and I am frustrated with what's going on with Windows Phone. Although the newer build is amazing. I forgot the build number. Check out that new build. It's actually the first proper usable build. But yeah, there is no fingerprint scanner on the new Microsoft flagships, and instead, in lieu of a fingerprint scanner, there is a iris scanner. Now, I don't want to get into the debate on which is faster, but I just can't see the iris technology being taken seriously in the development world. Meaning, the fingerprint scanners on these phones are common stay. This is what we use. Everyone wants to have it. Apple, people laughed at them when they did it, but it turns out it's a huge deal. This changes everything. Samsung has it. The new Sony devices have it on the power button on the side of the phone. I think that's a dope implementation. And I really thought that Microsoft would have done this, right? And this is akin to something like NFC, because when you talk in mobile payment, these are the two key factors that make up the security and allow mobile payment to be such a real thing. It's the near field technology and the method of which you authenticate, which is your most secure method ever, or the best we've got per se, which is your fingerprint. So when NFC first came about, I didn't like it. I thought it was a joke. But when I started to see the use cases and how a lot of the terminals in the retail world do support NFC, I was like, wow, maybe they're onto something. And then Apple came around with the fingerprint scanner, and it really pieced the puzzle together very nicely. So I felt like Microsoft missed the boat with the two new flagships. And when I say I don't know how it's gonna go over with the developers, you know, a lot of apps now on iOS are starting to really take advantage of the fingerprint. You know, it started with unlocking the phone, then it started with iTunes. Now the Citibank application, you don't need the password, you use the Touch ID. Things like that. On Android, not so much. There's one or two apps here, or banking apps, that does it, not all of them. Like for instance, the same Citibank app on Android does not support it on does not support the same fingerprint functionality from iOS. Now you want them, they can't even get that together, and I feel like that's a standard, but you want them to say, hey, how about using your eyeball? I don't see it happening. Maybe Microsoft just wasn't ready to jump in the hardware, and maybe that's indicative of where they are with their own solution, or their own mobile pay solution, is they're just not ready yet. I know there were rumors about it, but I think it's cool. It would be very nice. You know, they've got the wallet. We've had the wallet for a long time. It would be nice for them to take it a bit further and just give it to us. We have NFC. Let's just use it. I think they could launch it maybe sometime Q1. I think that's a good time. They don't have much going on, and it's perfect to release something that's healthy for the for the ecosystem. Thank you so much for your question, sir. As always, my name is Ramon. I'm out of here. Peace.